You didn't make the chat live. Yes, stay mad about it.
No, give me a second to fix that.
Anyways,
hello, welcome to the Random Fandom. I'm your host, Ravenwood.
We're off to a great start. Anyways, hello. I'm your other host, the Dominic Rex.
Yeah, I am the host, Ravenwood.
And I'm the other host, Dominic Rex. And
we
are here today. The main host, the other host, the host that got deleted with the other timeline versus the new and improved timeline.
Okay, listen. I'm sorry. I got mad. You always do that when I'm trying to fix it, and it's like I hesitate for half a second. And this doesn't matter. This literally does not.
All I said was live chat. That's all I said. You're the one that got mad over one little word.
No, I get mad at the fact that you always have to point out the fact that I don't have this setting.
I didn't point it out. I just said live chat.
It does not.
That's all I said. I didn't point.
Well, you don't have to point. I mean, verbally, I'm going to choke your tonsils. Not the neck. No, the tonsils.
That's what they're called. Why the tonsils? You have to reach down in there to grab them.
Exactly. Just grab the exact organs.
You're hearing the freaky sort of stuff you want to do. Bro wants to stick his hand down another man's throat.
No, into like pinch, cut, scalpel grab.
Okay, bro wants to physically reach into another man's throat and then strangle that man's tonsils
surgically.
No gloves or anything. You didn't say you wanted to wear gloves.
I can't be mad anymore. Give me a second.
Bro just wants to reach into another man's throat. You hear the kind of weird shite that Raven be onto sometimes. I weep for this man's future. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, while Raven is slowly dying from his crash out, I'll take over from here. Welcome to another episode of the Random Fandom. And right now, for today's episode, we'll be talking about Spider-Man 2, picking up where we left off in the last Random Fandom episode with Spider-Man. Now we'll be
talking about Spider-Man,
the second movie.
There's a second
with Tobey Maguire.
Just kidding.
Honestly, at this point, we're honestly surprised there's another Spider-Man who made it past 2 movies.
Or Spider-Man, not only Spider-Man that made it past 2 movies, but 3 movies as well.
Yeah. So far, Tom.
This is just even out. Give Garfield his 3rd movie.
Yeah, give Garfield his 3rd movie,
and then give Toby his 4th movie, and then give.
Hopefully,
and then give Garfield a
hopefully Avengers Doomsday.
A 4th movie.
Avengers Doomsday will right the wrongs of the timelines and maybe give rise to more sequels.
It's a branding movies. PR stunts, basically, just to get.
It's a brand new.
Confused.
It's a brand new day. The sun is high, and all the angels
it would work
that you're gonna die.
Stop. Okay, it would. I feel like that would. I feel like it would work out better if, like, Doomsday, brand new day.
I brought you some milk.
And Secret Day instead of Secret Wars. Keep the days going. Anyways,
when the days go by.
Okay, so no, I'm noticing like several things that are not wrong, inherently wrong, but like I've noticed there's. Can we turn the back lights on? helped illuminate the.
No, it's
Okay.
Dune's bedtime. She had to sleep.
Anyways, there are not several things wrong with the movie, but with several things wrong with the mentality of this version's Peter Parker. Not saying like the movie's shattered, this trembles. I'm saying that like from perspective of like
from a certain point of view.
No, I'm like thinking about like his physical, not physical. Sorry,
I just
thinking about like his mentality here. Can you?
No, I know. I just wanted to see how many people I could piss off by saying that cheesy line, because a lot of people hate hearing from a certain point of view.
It's not. And no one's gonna get pissed off.
A lot of people get pissed off that's the go-to excuse nowadays.
Go-to excuse.
A lot of people say from a certain point of view they weren't wrong. Like, no, it's still wrong.
Okay, but we're not. Anyways, okay, so let me do the recap. Spider-Man 2.
Real quick before you do the recap, speaking of Dune over there, don't worry everyone, I haven't forgotten the episode I promised y'all with Dune.
I have.
Well, you didn't promise it. I haven't forgotten the episode I promised you all. It's just that Dune still hasn't gotten over her fear of the camera yet. And she's still camera shy, and I'm not going to stress her out, and I'm not going to force her to be in an episode just because I promised you all that she would be. I'm just going to have to tell you all that her episode's going to be delayed. I am gradually introducing her to the camera and acclimating her over time. Eventually, she'll get used to it, or she never will. In which case, I'm sorry, but this is just going to have to be one of those episodes that's delayed until she either warms up to the camera or I tell you all that she just did not adjust and I just decided to scrap the episode. So far, she's just not adjusted to it yet. She's still camera shy. So
speaking of delayed episodes, I think that my Star Wars video on for the Star Wars collection directly behind my head.
You can only see his shelf for the most part. My shelf is back here.
It's because of the orientation of where our table is. Yeah. Our table, or the orientation of where the desk is, and where the camera / the computer monitor is, where we have the camera, the Logitech camera set up.
But once we get everything situated the way we want it to be set up, we'll let things. But it's a work in progress.
What I'm going to do for the setup here are two things. One, I think to solve. I think what I need to do to solve for the moment. What I think I need to do to solve the issue with gaming streaming is that I would need a second monitor, because I somehow completely forgot that I was a thing, because like with a PC you don't think about it, it's there. It's not PC, with a laptop you don't think about it, it's there, it's already attached. And with the capture card,
but with PC, you need two monitors.
Well, with
one for the gaming, and one for the camera.
Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Anyways, it's like you don't. But I guess I just completely forgot. I feel like maybe I don't need a second monitor, or I probably just need a slightly better monitor. But the bottom line is
we just need another monitor.
Yes, but no. But let me speak for myself, for what I know, because I've been dealing with this technology.
I'm letting you speak for yourself. I'm letting you. I'm just also telling you.
I don't need that. I'm the one with experience to tell.
I'm also one with the experience, but like.
Well, okay, but you're not the one putting these together like Legos. Anyways,
you never ask for my help.
Well, anyways, what I'm trying to get at is that like it's such a learning experience with me, and it's also a costly experience, and that's why I haven't straight made any streams yet, or haven't bought any monitors yet, because there's like I haven't gone to Best Buy to the window shop and then shop, right? And I'm also saving that money because I'm like, okay, the PC was kind of expensive. I mean, not kind of expensive, it was, and so I'm trying. And then like this month, we're being hit with like a different type of expenses here and there, or getting other things prepared for this and that. And I'm not
without getting too personal into our life. We'll just say this: life ain't cheap. Life ain't cheap.
Well, here's
and y'all are just gonna have to be patient and wait.
Well,
eventually we will get to where we want to be.
I want to get a little personal with this. Okay, trust me.
It's not really any of their. It's not. Really
I know that, but let me decide what I want my personal life be out.
Okay, but
that's my personal life.
You have to factor in the fact that I'm also here, and I would rather not have personal life.
I'm not going to talk about you behind your back or in front of them. That'd be weird. That's the rude part. I'm not being rude to myself.
But my brother, hand on shoulder. My brother, hand on shoulder. What goes on in this house affects both of us.
But I
would rather not share.
I'm not going to get into too much of the details. I'm just going to get into what I'm only going to describe. Trust me, I'm only going to describe what I feel comfortable describing to them. Right? There's just a lot of financial situations. I'm not going to describe what type of financial situations. There's a lot, and there's also a budget that I try to at least not go over every week, so I can get back. Like I have a good saving plan. Like I have a lot of money, but like again,
comment section. If you're wondering why we live in the same house, it's because we're brothers. Okay.
Anyways, I have a good. Do not interrupt. I don't do this.
You do.
Well, okay.
With everyone.
Anyways, see, I have a good I have a good mental okay, I can get back once a week, right? I get paid, right? So I have this balance of how everything works once a week. And I can only spend. I have the mentality of okay, I can only spend this much, and if I go over or
I feel like that's not their business.
No, let me explain what I want. I'm allowing them to know. It's fine. It's like the yellow pages. Everyone can grab a yellow page book and then here's his address, here's his number, whatever, blah blah.
We are not here to present the yellow book. We are here to present pictures of Spider-Man.
I know. I'm just trying to describe my mentality during this entire month of June, and there's a lot of stress, right? And June. There's a lot of
it's July.
June. See, I don't even know what month it is anymore. It's I don't know what it's that bad. Again, I'm just all of this is important to describe my mentality. But
it's only gotten worse. We've lost.
It's snowing in August.
Sam Niels. We lost Katie Hotel.
I keep forgetting her name. So
Katie Hotel.
Yeah, I know. Or Hotel, whatever.
Hotel.
Anyways.
Hotel. I've heard it put out both ways, but we're losing so many good actors who are taken before their time.
Well,
and a lot of real life stuff's going on. A lot of stuff's happening out there in the world that nobody knows what's going on anymore. What the hell? Well,
excuse me. I've been just trying to figure things out. Is what I'm trying to say. I've been trying to figure out okay, I have a specific budget for once a week, right? And a specific amount I'm trying to achieve to get back the money that I had to get in order to get this PC. And so and then just trying to also figure out what to do to make sure that we have consistent quality over quantity, as they say, quality stream, so that like he can Resident Evil once a week, and I can do whatever game I feel comfortable with playing at during that time, right?
Don't you mean it can be an evil resident once a week?
Yeah, he will be an evil resident once a week, but it feels like every day. And
He's
I can
not wrong.
and I could play whatever game that I feel like playing at the time. But I've been trying to do. I want to play this. I eventually want to play this, but I can't do. I can't do that. And I'm trying to play it blind. That's also another thing. He's also trying to play this blind. And there's also Halo Combat's. Halo Campaign Evolved. Halo Campaign Evolved is coming around the corner, and people are either getting it early or whatever, and playing it early or whatever, and all of this stuff. Right?
Marvel Rivals, we want to stream.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, and so like then I have to think about the budget
on
of
the rise.
Shush. Well, I have to think about the not shush, but like anyway, I have to think about the budget of getting Halo Campaign Evolved, right? And I have to think about that, and I think about all these other things, right?
Even just considering the budget to get a brand new Xbox so we can do multiplayer stuff.
Well, new Xbox maybe. The Xbox is important in the sense of.
Well, I'm factoring that in because we brought that up in conversation.
Xbox in the sense of storage, because like. I have storage and I have games, but he's getting more games than I am sometimes. But it seems like he's getting more games than I do.
I have more games than he does.
Well, I mean, he just does.
He literally has like only
I'm very picky.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
And then,
6, 7, 8, 9. He literally has only 10 games, and I have like over.
A few free games too. A few other free games as well. So like, 16, but then they're like a few online games. But like, regardless, like, storage is a problem. I mean, yes, I could probably buy like some sort of storage thing, but like, that's like an account based thing. I think I'm not certain how that works. I don't want to like. I feel like it would be a lot easier. And plus, this would work out. Like we could do like games where like co-op games.
Well, that's why I'm saying if like we were
future is just so much.
If we were to get another Xbox with our budgeting plan, which I'll probably have to get.
That helps out. See, he also has.
But I'll probably have to get the next Xbox. But like, if we get that, then I can join in on the Marvel Rivals streams more consistently, and we can do co-ops with Savant. Maybe even get Den's on the call for one of them, or just Fortnite.
Well, maybe I don't know.
Maybe I don't. It's debatable, but the point is, we'll have options,
and options are good. But then there's also the setting technology aside, there's this awful desk that we've been using that I need to get rid of. And there's also
what's wrong with the desk? This
height
is a good desk.
And this stupid bottom shelf that is like like when I'm up close, right? When I'm up close, right, and I'm doing my own thing, and sometimes when I need to relax, sometimes I forget that it's there. My mind deletes it from memory, and I kick my shins. And it's an awful disc, and it needs to be raised. Because sometimes I bang my knee up, like when I get excited or something. It just needs to be raised, and I'm a tall person. And there's another thing is this chair. It's a rocking chair. It's nice, but like there's so many things to replace. We stopped using those wooden chairs because my back was hurting. It was killing my back. And speaking of which, Spider-Man 2, my back.
My back. The amount of times this man lands on his back, crashes onto like these as pipes of some sort, like a water main or something, crashes on top of that, later hits the backside of a brick wall to like crashes into hits a garbage dumpster, then falls into a water puddle, then proceeds to like jump prematurely off a building, falls, grabs a clothesline on the way down, hits a wall, falls onto a car, down my back. Oh, my back.
If I could find a way to I think there is already a way to do to share a screen thing and then just watch. I think there would be a lot of finagling there to watch movies onto YouTube and if there's a way to do reactions, which I think there's a way that I would know how to do that. It's just,
from what I understand, and this is based off my own experience in audio video class, both back in high school and in college.
No, it's easy.
It's a lot easier to do that when you have two monitors, because you can stream the thing on one monitor and then record your reactions with the other monitor because you have the camera hooked up there. No, I'm saying it's easier. I'm not saying it's always better or that it's the only way to do it. Well, there are other ways of doing it. Like you can set up a mini cam here or something and watch the video that way. But
I think
it's not always going to be the most successful.
No, the much easier way, from what I understand, is OBS and share your screen. I think probably, or at least from my understanding, it is share OBS and share your screen. And what I forgot to do during the puppy, or not OBS, I could just share the screen or whatever. It's OBS, and not OBS. It's share your screen and go onto YouTube on either a separate account or an incognito account. And that's essentially what I forgot to do, was go on to an incognito mode and then just watching it from there, because that's what I forgot to do while trying to watch a Poppy Playtime video when it came to theorizing, just theorizing on the fly. It was I'll probably try to do something like that again to test that, to test those tools or whatever that YouTube has at hand. But like there's a simple, easy way. It's just but regardless,
since we're almost 30 minutes into this, and in the interest of not becoming like Oxhorn and rambling for 1 hour straight before getting into the actual bread and butter of the stream, I think it would be better for our viewers that we, just jump right on it and talk about Spider-Man 2. Yeah, and drink milk.
Now, anyways, good. Now,
because milk's good for you. You should drink more of it.
Now, getting to the actual bread and butter of Spider-Man 2.
Did you want to cover the synopsis?
Yes. Right. So, basically, we pick up practically where we left off from him rejecting MJ.
The first movie.
From the first movie, due to the beginning credits where they kind of just show us his journey, oh hey, let's remind the audience of where we've been and where we're going.
Exposition.
And we see Spider-Man, or no, not Spider-Man. We see Peter Parker living out his life as a pizza delivery guy. And
we're introduced to him,
reintroduced to him,
trying to work
as a New Yorker New Yorker pizza delivery guy.
Pizza time.
Yeah, he fails.
He sucks.
He fails first. Not fail first try. He fails the 90th second chance that he was given.
Apparently, it's revealed to us that he's become someone who's unreliable and lazy, or at least in the eyes of those around him, that they can't ever rely on him anymore because Peter Parker is always nowhere to be found because he's too busy being Spider-Man behind the scenes.
It's also this. Well, it's to be fair, it's kind of hard to ignore the fact of two kids crossing the street or jaywalking and then about to be hit by something, right? So I understand that there's some things that, like, okay, yeah, obviously you don't ignore that. That's bad. You're just as guilty as doing nothing, right?
No. I mean, obviously, save the kids. I'm just unless you have
in real life, unfortunately,
unless you have the mindset of fuck them kids, but like obviously save the kids because a superhero can do that.
No,
but what I'm saying is we're introduced to him struggling to balance his Peter Parker life with his superhero life.
And then we see him struggling due to his emotions getting the better of him because of the fact that he feels like the city has turned against him because of J. Jonah Jameson defaming him. And it's not slander, it's libel.
It's not slander, it's liable.
Libel. It's just libel, not liable. That's
Are you talking about label?
No, libel.
L-I-A-B.
It is libel.
Well, there's liable and label. You know liability?
Yes, I know what liability is, but no, it's liable.
Liable.
No, not liable. Liable. Defamation. Libel.
Label.
Yes.
I thought you were talking about L-I-A-B-E-L.
A published false statement that is damaging to a person's reputation. A written defamation. It's not slander, it's libel.
It's not slander, it's libel.
Anyways, which is very important in court to get terms right. Several cases have been tossed out just to do a wording it.
You always got to get your wording right.
And most judges just flat out don't care about these cases because it's not entertaining. So yeah, well, at least that's the horror stories from what I've heard is that they're not entertaining cases.
The ladies and gentlemen of the jury get bored easily, and so they just pass whatever verdict they decided the most entertaining to them.
Yeah, I've heard of a lot of bad judges and judgments.
They can send a lot of good people, innocent people to jail, and a lot of bad people go free because of this.
Or just like, hey, you try to sue this company. No, they're just gonna end up getting the company there. Or sometimes it's boring in the sense of like, oh yeah, we'll settle, and then you win, but like it's like, oh yeah, we settle because here's like chump. It's nothing to us. This money means
chump change.
We might as well burn it. We might as well toss it into the river as a donation.
And then people just kind of like, well, that's it. No conflict. No, like no delay of the inevitable.
Anyways, going back to the movie, right? He's like, life sucks, and so instead of handing him just pictures of Spider-Man like his job is, he tries to hand Triple J pictures of New York.
He's trying to diversify, but
yeah, he tries to diversify. He tries to
Jay does not appreciate.
Yeah, he either wants a celebrity, a villain, a crook, or a menace, or Spider-Man.
Spider-Man won't let me take pictures anymore. You've turned the whole city against him. Good. The power of the press at work. I'd do it again in a heartbeat.
I'll do it if it was Iron Man.
I'd do it 1,000 times before I let this paternity die.
What? Anyways,
Monsters Incorporated.
Okay. Anyways,
the Waterloo.
And then,
bro.
And then no, I was wondering what you were talking about. Anyways, and then like. And then like Captain America shows up. Hi! Oh my gosh, Captain America! The X-Men show up. Hi, the X-Men.
Doctor Strange. Oh, clever. Unfortunately, the name's taken.
Oh yeah. And so, anyways, so he tries to get his. He also is trying to get his grades up. And Miss Dr. Connors, who's not the loser in this universe, he's actually Dr. Chad.
He hasn't become the lizard yet. Probably never will. But I mean, Dr. Connor, who usually does become the lizard in most comics and other Marvel criteria, is in this movie. Just he's a college professor instead of anything else.
He's a college professor. Is like, Peter,
your grades are dropping.
Your grades are dropping. And he's at his apartment, and the guy's like, the landlord's like, hey, you gotta pay up. Your rent's due. Where's my money? Where's my money? Where's my money? Where's my money?
His life is just in shambles right now. He's having to juggle like Peter Parker's day-to-day life with the life of being Spider-Man, but he also has to juggle with the stress of wanting to love Mary Jane, and having to hold himself back because he knows what that could entail. But at the same time, he's also having to juggle
with the stress of living like a normal person.
Well, not just that, but the stress of having to hold back from Harry, his best friend.
Oh, that's
who also wants Spider-Man dead because of what happened with Norman Osborn.
Yeah, he's not telling him the truth of what happened during the moment.
And what's worse is that while Peter Parker Spider-Man is juggling with all this stress, before Harry has a very valid crash out, he decides that like he will invite his friend in one last good gesture of faith to a science auction of sorts, sort of a debut.
But we're not there yet.
Showcasing.
Oh, we're not there yet. Hold on.
Involving another character that is also in this film, Dr. Octavius.
Well, we're not there yet. Before that, once he's finally dealing with all these issues, he decides to return back to Aunt May's house, and he forgot it was his birthday. Guess what? This is a birthday movie. Yeah. So the last film was a Thanksgiving movie. This film is a birthday movie.
Happy birthday, Peter! You suck.
Yeah. So Harry tries to bombard him on his birthday about the
identity of Spider-Man.
Yeah. He makes it so personal, as if he because of the fact that like, oh, you're friends with the guy who killed my dad.
Well, he doesn't lead off on that at first. He first leans into the case with Mary Jane, saying she's waiting for you, dude.
Yeah. Okay.
And
So
Peter
that's
Parker-
fine. The
Peter
wingman kind of
Parker's-
nudge.
yeah.
There's the girl. Go.
Peter
come on.
Parker's trying to tell Harry Osborn that right now he doesn't have time for girls. He's so busy, and they say
He's
too
gay.
too busy with your web crawler thing, and
Yeah.
So Peter Parker's like, Harry, come on, I want us to be friends, but if you knew who the spider was, would you tell me? Peter doesn't answer. He can't answer. He already knows who the spider is because that's him.
Well, even
Peter
still,
Parker is the spider, but nobody can figure this out. It's the same way nobody can piece together that Bruce Wayne is Batman.
but it's also
Or that Clark Kent is Superman.
But here's the thing:
The clues are so evident.
But okay, but here's the thing. The thing is that what I also have a problem with Peter Parker as a character is that he can't say that he can't lie to him. That's a good thing. That's a responsible thing to do. Is not don't lie.
Right? But he's also holding out.
He didn't say anything. He could have said something of the fact that he could have flipped the question on him. Would you kill him?
And I think he already knows that answer.
Yeah. Well, no. I feel like I feel like flipping the question, even if you know the answer already, would you kill him? Because
he doesn't really say anything. He just stands there.
He could have asked questions like
this awkward silence.
Well, what are you going to do with that information? Are you going to go and kill him, or because if you ask me, we don't know his side of the story. Say that.
And instead, we got two dudes just staring at each other.
They're totally not gay.
Like testosterone levels are high. They're just kind of staring angrily at each other.
Well, he wasn't angry. He was just kind of conflicted of what to say or what not to say.
Harry Osborn was angry. Parker's just conflicted. But to pick back up where we left off, as Peter Parker is still juggling with the conflicts of his real life with his hero life, we're introduced to one of his science idols, Dr. Otto Octavius.
Well, I would say his science idols is because of the fact that Dr. Connors knew Dr. Octavius.
Well, remember, Parker said he was writing.
That's right. He was writing a paper,
and he also idolized Otto Octavius as one of his science inspirations.
And this is very interesting. This is an idol of Peter Parker.
Yeah. So they go to this little showcasing in which Harry Osborn has bet his reputation on funding Otto Octavius's project. And what the project is basically Otto Octavius is trying to put together the power of the sun. He's trying to create the power of solar kinetic energy in the palm of his hand so that mankind can use basically solar energy more freely, electromagnetic power. I forgot initially, even though we just watched the movie last night, I forgot initially what the main goal of the project is. I don't think they ever really elaborated.
But it's basically power throughout the city.
They never really elaborated on it, I don't think. Otto would just keep going on about, we will now have the power of the sun in the palm of our hands. Something like that. But
solar punk. We stole the sun from the sky.
Yeah.
And when the gods return,
joke's on you, Despicable Me. While Groove may have Gru may have stolen the moon, but Otto Octavius stole the sun. Anyways, he assures everyone that everything is fine, everything is stable, and that everything will go according to plan. Well,
guess what?
Hand on shoulder. Guess what?
What?
I'll tell you what. Just as every other movie goes, surprise, surprise, the one thing they didn't count on to happen goes horribly wrong.
Before that though, there's a important scene where he actually gets to meet his idol and whatnot and sit down and have a little tea, talking whatever.
And Peter gives Peter some advice.
Yeah, Peter predicted that there were probably some miscalculations with his life's work, and of course, like every person with ego, with a little bit of ego, are like, I wrote the math myself and checked everything.
I ran the equations myself.
Ran the equations, the equations ran me. I checked everything.
Possible.
My wife, who knows nothing of science, checked.
His wife was a scientist.
Oh yeah, my wife, who knows, she checked me.
Two brilliant scientists worked together on this. He had his staff work on everything, but apparently this one little hiccup, this one little thing that Parker caught on to, maybe, just maybe, Otto could have held off for a little bit, done some quick inspections and minor readjustment to compensate for this minor inconvenience. But instead, he looks at some scientific criticism, and his own ego goes, nah.
That won't be a problem. You know, it's electromagnetic powers from the sun, or from this tiny sun, or big whatever, miniaturized sun, right? Quick, and Dominic Rex, tell me what's in the room other than the giant pillars holding the sun. What is the room made out of? Entirely comprised out of?
Well, I'll tell you this one thing first. In order for Otto to fully stabilize his project, he has the help of these 4 AI-powered smart arms. But these AI-powered smart arms are all fused into his back via a spinal cord or a spinal column device that infuses into his back, and there's an inhibitor chip that allows Otto to dampen the inner voices of the AI so that he remains in control instead of them taking control over Potentially. And to answer your question from before,
there's three things that this building's entirely comprised of:
brick, mortar, and metal.
I was going no. Brick and mortar. That's
concrete.
Let's go with one. That is one. Right. There's brick, metal, and one other thing that's attached to the metal.
Ah, yes, glass.
And not just any glass. We're talking about there's a specific time period.
City grade glass.
Not just city grade glass. The type of glass that before modern glass, where there's 2 different types of glass, right? Yeah. There's the modern glass and there's old glass. The one that melts.
Yeah. Under superheated pressure.
And I don't know which one is sharper, but I'm going to guess that mayhaps is the more breakable one.
Possibly.
Probably. We're not scientists. We'll probably see which is sharper one of these days. But we're not. That'll be a MythBusters video on its own. Because I'm a little curious as to what is sharper. Old class or
since
new?
I have more experience.
Oh, have you cut yourself?
No, since yes.
No, I meant with glass.
Yes,
with old glass or new glass?
I've cut myself with glass before.
Oh, ouch.
I'm saying since I have more experience in the science department and working with electromagnetic devices, because my science class, because my class in college, we actually did build a robot, so I know a little bit about constructing machines.
Oh, okay,
but anyways, going back to the topic at hand, so minor inconveniences, minor oversights, mayhaps a minor miscalculation aside.
Surprise! The room is filled with metal.
Surprise, surprise! The one thing that Doc Ock didn't think would go wrong goes wrong.
Magneto would have a field day with this.
The miniature sun that he tried to create begins to develop its own electromagnetic field.
And it starts to grow.
It starts growing outward. And while he's trying to stabilize it with his AI-powered smart engine, while he's trying to stabilize it, he gets struck by an electromagnetic surge, and his inhibitor chip goes kaput. And then he goes KO.
You'd think.
Well, before that happens, basically everything starts going wrong. All the metal in the building starts getting pulled in by the electromagnetic field that is being generated by this miniature sun, basically turning it into something akin to a black hole device. And because all the metal that's holding everything in place is starting to get torn out of the foundation, naturally, Raven, remind me, what is our window made of back there?
Glass.
Now, what is in the windows in that one particular spot his wife was standing in?
Glass.
Right. Now, remind me, what happens when very sharp, jagged edges of glass go flying into a person's face?
And into their screaming mouth.
At Mach 2.
Oh, he calculated.
No, I did some research. But Mach 2, the rate at which it flew at her.
The instant decapitation. Am I correct?
No. Her head was still attached to her shoulder.
Well, I feel like the movie was being a bit generous.
Basically, it went flying into her eyes. She fell over. She died. Ding.
Well,
and then Dr. Otto,
she was also screaming. Her mouth open.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot of.
Some of it went into her mouth, cut the back of her throat, flew out the other end. But of course, movies back then had to censor a lot of that.
I always say censor. They're just probably just like, okay, just
I'm saying censor lightly, as in they didn't show that. Regardless,
this is a Kirchmerver. She's dead.
A lot of people said the same thing about Jurassic Park, but I mean,
liquid sand.
She was violently uninstalled from the New York City server. And Dr. I bit my tongue, okay? I bit my tongue.
I'm going to have to make that a meme. I hope that Dotto does not find this as much as this. I will make the
Dono
meme.
Octo.
Hey, Spider-Man, it's me, Doc.
How's it going if everybody Dr. Optimus here today? We're going to try and take down Spider-Man once and for
in Tokyo.
Oh, good Lord!
We're playing Tokon.
Tokon Spider and Spider-Man swings it. Oh, good Lord! Anyways, Dr. Otto Octavius, he turns around, finds his wife violently has been removed from God's server, and he's like, no! And then the electromagnetic surge happens, taking him offline. He goes kaput.
Yeah,
And,
okay, so
thankfully, Spider-Man
saves
the day.
Saves the day, saves Harry Osborn, and it's like, well, I'm still.
This doesn't change. This doesn't change anything between us. You still kill my father. Well, he shut down the machine, and of course the day is saved. But Henry Osborn, who invested a lot of his company's money, and he gambled his reputation on Otto Octavius' success. He ends up coming out of this financially ruined, to the point where he literally does the meme on screen. He's like, I'm ruined. All they have left now is Spider-Man.
Sony.
What? What?
I'm sorry. PlayStation right now is basically like Norm is like Harry Osborn.
Sony right now ruined. All they have left.
And it's all because of Sony, who owns PlayStation, who owns Spider-Man, right? And PlayStation has shot themselves in the foot.
But they're only doing digital copy releases.
And they also shot themselves in the foot when everything went offline. Literally one entire day, millions of people, servers shut down. They could not play any game. They could not play on their consoles. They could not get onto their PlayStation, whatever, right? Gone. Just like Octavius uploading the Sun.
Raven and I never invested in a PlayStation. We're Xbox all the way.
They're going to get rid of digital soon as well, but they're not in the same boat. What they're doing is that their next console or their next project is physical. But I think there was something recently stating that they were also going to have a physical something, or I don't know. I'll have to look up into it.
I don't think anyone else is going to make the same mistake that PlayStation did.
No, or PlayStation is doing currently right now. Everyone's kind of watching and like, Anyway, so the future is now.
Anyways, this our horrible futures aside for now. I believe Raven posted a meme on our community page. You can go check that out.
That was about that meme is that meme. It's just him saying, I'm ruined. I have nothing but the Random Fandom. Anyways, I also recently posted a meme about Hook. You can't see him. He's not on screen. He's not in frame. But like he's just hanging in there.
He's just hanging around somewhere.
Anyways,
off screen. But
so
with Harry Osborn's reputation ruined and him feeling pissed off because he got saved by the man he hates the most, you can imagine he's not exactly doing well. Well,
anyways, back to
things start to get even worse for Peter because everything's taking even more of a downward spiral. Why? Because all the stress is finally getting to him, and that is affecting his spider powers, because now he's starting to not be able to produce his webs, and that's causing him to land flat on his ass, crashing into pipes, and
his back,
breaking his back in all sorts of ways. Which I have to admit, even though he may not have regeneration or super healing, he's got a durable back. Like, his spine should be shattered in 4 different ways. Like,
non-existent, hospitalized forever, hospice.
His spine should no longer exist.
Paychecks only come from the government. If he's lucky,
he's still trooping along.
Poor
But even as his powers are still, messing up, and he's struggling to find balance in his life.
Dr. Octavius
on the other hand. Well,
and the other hand.
And the other hand, wake up, because doctors were trying to surgically remove the spinal attachments from
potentially killing him.
They were trying to surgically remove it from him, but
probably because
the AI arms sentiently woke up on their own, and proceeded to violently uninstall these doctors from New York City's Roblox server. Just got them out of there. They're gone. It's a dark day for the medical community. Literally, the whole scene was dark because none of the lights were on.
Literally, if Sam Raimi locked in, I'm just saying, if he locked in for this movie, he could have just made it a Dr. Octavius movie and then have a sequel, Spider-Man kicking. Anyways, if he locked in and then just decided not to have any of the melodrama between Peter and MJ or whatnot, if he just locked in, right? This could have been a horror movie. Well, not a horror movie. This could have been a slash, maybe a little bit of horror. But a slasher is typically horror, but like you know what I mean. This could have been a movie, much darker movie with much more bodies stacking up.
More,
because
combat,
this is
much
scary.
more combat.
Well, that's smart combat. Those tentacle arms.
I'm gonna say that
not safe for work.
The first time you
what?
Why did you win?
Why did I win?
Not safe for work.
That
implies something entirely different.
They're tentacles slashing people. What? Well, that is not safe for work, believe it or not. Not safe for work does not necessarily have to be porn, It could be just something that's very graphic.
We'll get back to you on that one.
Anyways,
the first time you see this scene in particular of these mechanical arms, tentacles, whichever you want to call them, violently uninstalling these doctors from New York City's Roblox server.
Doctors who I do not trust, by the way. It feels like they were going to forcefully remove these tentacle arms, whether or not if it kills him, because technically speaking, it's Oscorp's property that's on his back.
It was very likely they were gonna go in and just kill him just to get the stuff off. Actually, no, it wasn't Oscorp property. He built the arms himself.
Yeah, well, he built the arms himself, but think about
Oscorp.
The money must have come.
Harry Oscorp's money funded his project in building the machine.
Well, it's not implied. Well, I think it's implied that they. I think it's implied.
It's a possibility, but anyways, at the risk of. It did look like the doctors were gonna just violently.
Well, not violently, just kind of.
Yeah,
unethically forcefully remove.
Forcefully uninstall him from New York City's
Minecraft
Roblox server. Roblox. So the arms did the docs a favor, and instead they decided to pull a Nuno reverse on them. And then one of them delicately just like wakes Otto up to like, wakey, eggs and bakey, it's time for us to move. Seriously, there's dead people everywhere. We gotta get going before the cops come. The first time you see this scene, I imagine if you watched this as a kid, this probably traumatized you and gave you nightmares for about a week or so straight. Watching this for the
second, kind of acted like raptors instead of octopus hands.
The second or third time you watch this, is it as scary as watching it the first time, though?
Oh no!
Like, does it still?
Oh yeah,
is it still as scary as you remember it being?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, with the arms getting Otto out of there.
And him potentially doing a better shout of no than Darth Vader, in my opinion. I feel it's
a close second. Definitely a close second. He's
close first.
No.
Like the way how him and the arms moving at the same time.
I don't think anything can come close to Vader's. No.
I don't know. It comes off a little goofy.
Well, James Earl Jones was trying to do an echoey voice.
Well, there's also the fact
he was trying to do a pained, emotional wail, whereas Otto Octavius's no was fueled from anger and sadness, and like frustration and ego.
Well, maybe not ego, but like just
his ego was bruised because he failed.
Oh, okay. But mostly sadness, like
sadness and anger and frustration. But I mean, so with Darth Vader's no. Regardless, Otto's on the move. And while Otto's on the move, the press is eating this up over all the rumors that have started immediately spiraling that Otto Octavius has escaped. And they're already branding him a villain. And after a slight nudge, a slight hint at Doctor Strange, they decide to name him Dr. Octopus. Doc Ock. And so, new villain in town. And with that, Spider-Man, kind of old news. Peter Parker is still trying to juggle his day-to-day life as he's struggling more and more to get a grasp on his reality versus what he wants his life to be.
Oh, there goes gravity.
To the point where his powers are just not cooperating with him anymore.
And so he decides to redefine what his life is. Hold on.
Not yet.
Okay.
We'll get there. He has another confrontation with his best friend, and his best friend Harry Osborn, and he gets publicly slapped at a party when he was there to take photos after the infamous
of high society.
Scene, the infamous scene that made Spider-Man 2 famous across many social platforms. Parker, where you been? I've been looking all over for you. You pay your phone bill recently? You're fired. Oh, don't forget you got the gala. Oh, right. You're on fire. Come here. I got to talk to you. What do you know about high society? Don't answer that. There's a gala this week, Thursday night, featuring my son, the astronaut.
Fucking son, the astronaut. He doesn't give him his name.
It turns out his name is actually John Jonason.
Google it.
Google it. And anyways, the original guy we had suffered a head injury due to a volleyball incident. So you're all I got. Could you pay me in advance?
Then he laughs. Yeah.
Then he laughs. I can't reproduce that. The like.
I just you just
yeah.
Just don't.
I'm not gonna try to.
It's
They're like, what's standing around looking pretty? Get out of my house. And then Thursday night, don't forget. So Thursday night, he shows up at the gala to take pictures
of Spider-Man.
No.
Of the Gala Man.
of my son, the astronaut.
The ass. Okay, sorry.
Of course, there's a big surprise waiting for Peter in the form of Mary Jane Watson is getting married to my son, the astronaut. Well, this just proves my theory. I knew this bitch was a thought. She goes from Flash Gordon to Harry Osborn to Peter Parker to the astronaut, all in the span of 2 movies. 3, like Flash Gordon and Harry Osborn.
Yes, Colonel John Jonah Jameson.
John Jonah Jameson.
The third.
Yeah, the point is, she just going around like in the span of 2 movies, she's already got she's already been dating like 3 different guys. I'm just like, slow down, woman. These relationships don't take place
well, not really.
Right off the bat. Well, I know not really, but I'm like, it feels like she's rushing headlong into these relationships. And
gosh,
man,
stupid keyboard just work.
Anyways, but regardless, Peter's surprised by this, and then he ends up having another argument with his friend Harry. Harry publicly assaults him in the gala, but Peter, being the good guy that he is, he doesn't fight back. He just lets Harry slap him.
Just there we go.
And yeah, so now Parker is at rock bottom, or at least he feels like he's at rock bottom. And finally,
John Jonah Jameson III.
Yeah, finally, after someone, this random doctor he gets a checkup from, gives him the best bit of advice he's heard in forever, I guess. This doctor tells him he has a choice. He can decide to do this or not. He doesn't have to do anything. It's up to him. It's his choice. And apparently that's exactly what Parker needs to hear right now. He realizes he can choose to take a break. He can choose to stop being the Spider-Man. No one ever said he had to be Spider-Man. So that's exactly what he does. He stops being the Spider. He throws away his costume and he just starts living life as Peter Parker. And for a while, he's actually enjoying his life. He's free. And I mean, they even find Peter Parker's, they even find the costume of Spider-Man in the garbage, and J. Jonah Jameson is thrilled. He's like, ha, the power of the press triumphs. I finally got him to quit. And of course, they run the headline, Spider-Man quits. But eventually, Spider-Man starts to realize maybe being Spider-Man is, something I actually wanted to do in the first place. But he doesn't.
Ow, my toes.
He doesn't reach that conclusion yet. Then, of course, Otto Octavius, kind of being controlled by the mechanical arms because of the smart AIs all being wired directly to his brain. With them currently in charge still, they pay Harry Osborn a visit. And he strikes a deal with Harry Osborn. Harry Osborn tells Dr. Octavius, saying, I'll give you all the trinium you want, but you must bring Spider-Man to me alive. I will finish him myself. And, but because Dr. Octopus has no way of reliably finding the spider, Harry, in the most dick move ever, sells his best friend out, saying Peter Parker takes pictures of Spider-Man. You ask him where to find the spider. He must have grown a conscience somewhere towards the end because he calls out to Dr. Ock saying, just don't hurt Peter. But apparently Dr. Ock must not have heard him because he was already zoom, he was already gone. Because by the very next scene, when MJ is meeting with Peter in a cafe because she wants to confirm her feelings about something, in comes a black car, in comes this black sedan or something, crashing through the cafe, and Dr. Octopus makes his dramatic entrance and beats the ever-loving crap out of Peter Parker, tells him, bring me the spider or I'll strip the flesh off this woman's bones. And what am I gonna do? So
did you tell them about the fires and all that stuff? Him when he lost his powers, he decided to.
I told him that he did slowly begin to realize that maybe being Spider-Man was something he wanted to do all along. I don't want to spoil the entire film. Some of these.
It's true.
But essentially, Parker, some sort of genetic lock broke in sort of Parker because his spider abilities kick back in and he's back, baby, back. So he takes
woman damsel in distress.
He takes his suit back, causing J. Jonah Jameson to double down on his take that Spider-Man's a criminal. He's like, I want that Spider-Man. And what happens next? Raven as my witness, peak cinema. Spider-Man goes to confront Dr. Octavius in what can only be described as the best train fight scene to ever bless mankind's eyeballs.
Our eyeballs, not eyeballs.
No other train scene, no other train fight sequence compares to this. Not since Bullet Train, I believe.
I have not seen Bullet Train, so yeah.
Anyways, Bullet Train's more a comedy movie, so maybe not on the same scale, comedy versus action, But this one scene alone is probably the best train fight scene to ever bless mankind's eyeballs. They will never have anything that can even come close to replicating the pure spectacle that was this scene.
A lot of
even if they try.
I think a lot of Wolverine movies try. Or no, I say a lot of Wolverine movies. There's one Wolverine movie that tries to do something similar. It's cool. Like that.
There's a Wolverine on a train.
In the Wolverine movie, I think. Yeah.
I thought he was in that.
In a Japanese.
Oh, one of the Japanese bullet trains where a bunch of those.
He does this claw thing.
Fighting. Yeah, he's fighting on top of the bullet train.
Yeah, it comes close.
It comes close, but not quite as grandiose.
Yeah.
It tries to do a lot, but the fight with Spider-Man and Dr. Octopus, it doesn't try too hard. It's surprisingly simple, but it works. It's not too bombastic. There's plenty of action to satisfy your cravings for a train fight scene. It delivers.
My gosh, the fact that like as far as I know, I'm not saying every moment in the movie. I think there might have been some CGI moments in the movie.
Yeah, definitely.
But like most of the movie, from what I understand from behind the scenes, and I think I watched a lot of the behind the scenes for the movies, or for the Spider-Man movies, that is.
Same here.
Practical effects.
Mm-hmm.
And the arms fascinate me.
They even used a lot of props for it too. Like when they first introduced it, I think they used a backpack with some weights of some sort built in, and the moving arms. That I think was CGI effects, but they had some sort of practical prop work where they had these things on the ends of like these poles or something that moved about, sort of.
Yeah, but for the fact that each tentacle arm is doing its own separate thing.
There was some CGI in this film, but a lot of it was just the practical effects, and it worked.
It's something you just gotta see. Like it's just, and I hope they do more with.
So if you have a Disney Plus account, or if you own it on DVD or even video CD,
I don't
go watch it.
I don't like. I want to say this real quick. I don't like the tentacle arms from the Spider-Verse film, the first one.
Oh, the woman's the
female. I like the female Octavius, but I don't like the tentacle arms there. I get what they're going with, like a weird gel like thing, but I like the more stiff and more metallic.
Her inventions are a bit different.
Oh, I understand.
Anyways,
I'm just like I understand what they were going for. It was more artistic style, more artistic looking, and besides, those three movies are more about art and different art forms that clash together. There's about to be a third one. It's just a lot of delay, and Sony's putting a lot of effort. Okay. I don't think they're going to get their money back on this one, but they're still going to make a whole lot of money. Like there's a lot of people are like, a lot of people that care too much about like making back making back profit or whatever, or making back the budget or something like that, and then making more, and then making a profit or whatever. I feel like they like that doesn't matter. Like, or technically it does matter, but what does matter is like it, as long as it make the money, right? Make back the money. That's what matters. Marketing, marketing gets all the money. They get the money from like toys and stuff and DVDs, and the sales. Well, not necessarily the tickets. I'm talking about like the toys and whatnot. All the
to the box office.
Well, I know that, but like the box office is one thing. right? The way to get your money back easily is just from all these other transactions and whatnot.
Yes. Anyways, after what can only be described as the best train action sequence to bless mankind's eyeballs happens, Spider-Man is unfortunately smacked upside the head by a big metal arm. Dum.
What's so interesting though is that he allows him to save the train instead of just letting him instead of trying to take him all together, right? But I think I know why he allowed him to save the train, because if he puts all of his effort and energy into saving the train, right, he'll be worn out. Now, whether or not Dr. Octavius wasn't betting on whether. No, hold on. I don't think that Dr. Octavius was betting on whether or not if the hero could save the day or not. He didn't care about that. He was hoping to wear out the Spider-Man, and if he failed, the Spider-Man would be in a depressed state or a very angry state. So that way he would catch the surprise, because a very emotional man. Any smart scientist knows that a very emotional man.
Very emotional.
Yeah. So if he fails this, right, easy grab, just knock him out, grab him, gone, dead.
And then, like I said, Spider-Man unfortunately gets smacked upside the head by one of these big old metal arms. Dum.
Taco
Bell style, yeah. And as promised, Dr. Octopus brings Harry Osborn's Spider-Man wrapped up neatly and presented with a gift, like a gift basket. All he needs is a tiny little bow or something.
Or cherry on top.
Yeah. So he lays them down on one of the beds, and as promised, Harry Osborn gives him the trinium, a much larger quantity of it. So Dr. Octopus, almost Batman style, takes it and vanishes from sight.
I feel like that movie would have cooked harder had they not shown us that he's like, oh, here's him leaving.
Like, no, they should have made him going in the background, but I understand why they did it, like to show that he's not quite as fat. He's a scientist, not a vigilante.
Well, no, he's a vigilante in a sort of a sense, but not as not. Yeah. I mean, he's a
it at least shows that you see he's gone. Like he's not completely like.
He's not perfect like Spider-Man. Well, I mean, like perfect.
Anyways.
Or Batman. He can't.
Harry Osborn is about to kill the man who killed his father. Discovers it's Peter under the mask.
It's memed. I can squint and see why that scene gets memed to death. Like, oh, what? It's you, right? Huh? All right, I have a knife, right? But like, it's
you killed my father.
And I feel like it's a little cathartic.
All Parker says. He doesn't even bother to explain what happened. He just says there are bigger things happening than between you and me. You fucking nitwit. All you had to do was tell him that your father accidentally ran himself over with the glider. He didn't actually kill anyone. All you had to do was talk to your friend. Just talk. I don't care if you're pressed for time. Anyways. Maidens in... This is why there's a code bros before hoes. Talk to your friend. But then you go save the hoe.
You deserve that.
And I'd say it again.
That's going to be a little gay, bro.
Well, in this situation, yes, you talk to your bro. This man is over here in tears, thinking his best friend is his dad's murderer. And all Parker had to say is that all he had to say was, there are bigger things happening than you and me, Harry. Okay? Tell me where he is.
No,
that's it.
No, he needed to say more than that.
He could have just simply said, Harry,
I'll explain later.
Or if you'll allow me to explain later, I promise I'll give you all the answers. But you have to tell me where he took MJ first before he hurts anyone else. Then they could have had a conversation talking about what happened that night between Peter and Norman. No, we don't get any of that. And that's one of the reasons why I believe Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is the stupidest version of Spider-Man to ever exist.
No, I'm going to defend this man's mentality and the sense of
I even threw down my hat. That's how angry this man makes me sometimes.
I'm going to defend, but also prosecute Peter Parker. I
want Spider-Man prosecuted. I want him.
I will, but I also defend him because I have a huge essay to say about what the fudge is happening with this rocket ship. Anyways,
all I can say is,
cutting to the chase, he goes down and describe this man's evil lair. Okay,
he's working in
this man doesn't.
This man doesn't learn his lesson. He's working in an old abandoned rail car silo of sorts. It's an old building that was originally where you stored train cars. I'm pretty sure it was. It looked like an old abandoned train car.
It was an abandoned building.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was an abandoned train building. Regardless, Dr. Octopus didn't learn his lesson the first time. He built his evil device, the new device, because of course he's going to build a second one because the AI arms are programmed. They've been short-circuited, so now they're running on one priority and one priority alone, and that is to build the device and complete it.
Okay, so now, Spider-Man 2, Doc Ock's lair was an abandoned ramshackle warehouse and boathouse set on a collapsed waterfront pier.
Okay.
Otto used this secluded location by the river to rebuild his dangerous fusion reactor experiment and hold Mary Jane Watson captive.
Right, and now tell me, boathouse, not a train house.
Tell me, what is this abandoned boathouse warehouse?
Let me finish first. These arms they're now experiencing tunnel vision due to the short circuit. So now their one main priority right now is to finish the machine and perfect it. And so Dr. Octopus upscales, saying if the first one didn't succeed, he'll make it bigger and it'll be bigger, better, more complete, in a much more controlled environment, since no one else will be around. It'll just be him. What he doesn't realize is that he's essentially creating the equivalent of a black hole for the second time on a bigger scale that could potentially pull half of New York City into an abyss. Honestly, New York City's been through so much shit.
It's been the worst.
It's been the worst. We got like a male T-Rex rampaging through this San Diego in 1997.
That's not New York, though.
I know, but I'm saying like it. Them like these big old cities have so much happening through them. We've got
okay.
tidal waves.
Avengers, the first movie.
Yeah, the Avengers, the first movie. Aliens invade New York. The day the
Independence Day.
Independence Day, aliens invade New York, and everywhere else on the globe.
The Transformers.
The day the Earth stood still, New York City freezes over.
The Transformers that happened.
I don't think that happened in New York.
I think it did. In Transformers 1.
No, that happened.
The Bayformers.
No, I think that one. I think that one happened more so in the
Chicago was late. Chicago was later.
Chicago happened in the third movie, but in the first movie that happened in a more secret location.
Well, the Transformers
closer to Washington.
Well, before the Bayformers
or Nevada.
No, well, before the Bayformers, they did cause 9/11. No, you can look this up. Devastator, not the Combiner. Devastator, a different type of different version of Devastator. Devastates New York City and then destroys the Twin Towers. Legit canon event. Google this.
Devastator, why?
The year before. I think this happens the year before 9/11 happens.
1998, Godzilla rampages through New York City.
And there's a few other New York City.
New York City's been through worse. So a small black hole. You know what? Now I know why Namor is banned. Because he flooded New York City in some of the comics. This is why he's banned in Marvel Rivals. He's banned from tournament play.
Is he?
Yeah, Namor is banned from tournament play. I think you can still play ranked with Namor, but most of the time.
Yeah, no, you get competitive. Yeah, competitive. I think you can. Yeah, competitive.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Namor is banned from tournament play.
Have they unleft it? Have you checked it recently?
I don't know if he's still tournament banned, but no one's been playing him. So I'm going to assume he's still banned.
Some people play him, just not.
Maybe not tournament. Anyways. Anyways, the point is New York's been through a lot and it'll probably continue to be shat upon. Anyways, so he's building essentially a black hole device.
Electromagnetic.
Essentially a black hole device. Convinced that he can build it right this time. And to answer your question finally, Raven.
Fusion reactor.
That I'm saying what is essentially a black hole device.
I know.
This boathouse, just like the original lab he had built the smaller device in the first place, is full of old, rusted metal. You have got to be kidding me with this. The same mistakes in the same basic environment, just with older rusted metal.
More metal.
And this time we've got a hostage. Spider-Man goes to confront him. Spider-Man, he tells the Dr. Octopus, shut the machine down. Dr. Octopus is like, I knew Harry Osborn couldn't finish you off. I'll do it myself. So, final confrontation happens. And
Spider-Man.
Finally, Dr. Octopus seems to snap back to his senses. once Peter Parker doesn't talk no jutsu to him and convinces him that a brilliant mind such as him shouldn't, you know, waste his gifts and that he has a choice, just like Otto told him before at the beginning of the whole film. So, recognizing his own words being used against him, Otto realizes maybe he goofed up and that maybe it's time to own up for his actions. So he manages to convince his arms to listen to him this time, and he succeeds. And he, after some struggling, and Spider-Man reveals his true identity to MJ, revealing that he's Peter Parker. Dr. Octopus sinks the sun that he's created.
I'm sinking the sun.
The miniature sun he created with the fusion particle machine.
Fusion reactor.
Fusion reactor. And he essentially sinks along with the miniature sun he created.
He could have swam back up. I'm just saying.
I don't think he would have been able to because it was pulling him in because of the gravitational field. His arms were made of metal, so he was basically being pulled down.
When it's
basically he was being pulled down by the weight of his own hubris.
I feel like eventually it could have swam back up when the thing turned off. I mean, it turned off and like.
I think at that point he had already drowned, or maybe at that point that's where Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, the portals sucked him in and he fell through to the other side, and then everything happens in Spider-Man: Far From Home. They don't exactly explain when,
or they don't. They explain like, it's before before they die, or before the moments they die, or whatever. But like,
man,
I feel like you could have gone a little. I don't want to say ballsy, but you could have gone more metal. Had you. At least embrace the idea of like, hey, we're changing their future. So they're changing their fate.
He did technically. They did technically change their fates.
Yeah, like you could, instead of like,
Anyways. Essentially, Doc Ock goes down with his own ship, his own creation, and MJ
I think we could
finally realizes her true feeling for Peter as well as Spider-Man, and decides to dump her engagement to my son, the astronaut.
And then exploring that in the comics. I guess you could have a separate comic explaining the aftermath of like what with the new. No, I know. Like I'm saying, like you'd have a totally new comic explaining
what happens after Far From Home.
What happens after Far From Home with their new fates, instead of having like, they just die, even though they've been given even though the Peter has given them a second wind, even though Peter and their
not a second wind,
a second chance, right? I feel like you could probably explore that. Like, how would Toby's timeline now change, and how would Garfield's timeline change once they get cured? Oddly enough, I wonder why they didn't also give us Garfield's Garfield's Green Hobgoblin or Green Goblin for some reason.
Hold on a second. It's possible that their fates could have all just reset due to the fact that Peter Parker asked Strange to reset the universe's memories of him, make everyone forget who Peter Parker is.
No, I don't think their fates resetted because like they fixed their issues or whatever.
And then it was all practically undone because
I wouldn't say it was undone because
not. I mean,
helped them and then send them on their way.
And then Strange made everyone forget who Peter Parker is.
No, everyone in their universe is who Peter Parker was.
Everyone, every universe.
I know that. No, they didn't specify a universe. They said everyone
yes.
to forget about.
Yes, yeah. If you remember the end of that film,
that's just the name, though, not their face.
No. If you remember at the end of the film, all those shapes that were appearing on the event horizon, those were people from other universes coming to see Peter Parker. And reality couldn't handle the stress of that. And while Strange was trying to hold back reality from unfolding, like he did in his first movie against Dormammu, Peter Parker told him, what if you made everybody, across these different dimensions,
say that.
Everybody, including who was coming for him.
I know.
What if you made everybody forget who Peter Parker is? Make everyone forget who Spider-Man really is. Strange even told them, if you do this, there will be no going back. Everyone will have forgotten, even here.
But I feel like you would still have changed their fates in a way.
Maybe.
Forgotten, not.
We'll have to see if they explore this. If they don't chicken out. But anyways, silently judging you, Disney.
It's Disney, Marvel, but regardless. Mostly Marvel, because
silently judging. You.
They are.
In the words of Emperor Palpatine, do what must be done. Anyways,
money.
So MJ finally confronts Peter Parker about her feelings and decides to confess. And at the end of the day, the movie ends with Spider-Man or Peter Parker swinging through the city as Spider-Man, this time because he chose to be instead of because he felt like he had to, due to his great power being his great responsibility. No, this time it's because he chose to own up to it instead of just crushing sense of responsibility on his shoulders.
There's a whole huge essay that I really do want to talk about. That's about Peter Parker's mentality of how he's actually.
But that's essentially the overview of Spider-Man 2.
Oh, sorry. About how he's actually misconstruing different ideas of what responsibility is versus running away from problems. Like, if you think about it, he's not being responsible by running away from telling his loved ones the truth about his identity and in this crisis that he's Spider-Man. He's trying to juggle all these things, right? No, he's not taking responsibility of that. Yes, with great power comes with great responsibility. But however, because he's young, right, he
kept misconstruing that, thinking that maybe he needed to keep his family safe because Spider-Man will always have enemies.
So
in order to keep the loved ones safe, he can't tell anyone who he is.
The first movie shows us what he thinks responsibility is and how he will deal with that, right, as Spider-Man, and how to be a responsible hero, and shows us how villains aren't his villain isn't being how his villains aren't being responsible, aren't having accountability to their actions and whatnot. But so Peter Parker, this whole arc is actually learning about what responsibility actually is versus what he thinks it is. And so that's what's key important, and that's what he learns in this movie, is that he's learned his lesson, that what he has set himself up for what he set himself up for failure. Because no, seriously, the movie is about defining who he is and defining what he believes in.
Yeah.
Right. In the first movie, he literally sets himself for failure. And the second movie explores that by showing us that he can't keep up with everything. He's having so much stress, and because of that, because of all this stress and whatnot, he's not taking responsibility of how to handle this stress properly. He even lies to his doctor, not telling him that he's Spider-Man. Although that his friend is having these dreams, or that he's having dreams, he's also double lying.
Dreams.
Instead of saying that he's dreaming about Spider-Man, right? Or dreaming that he is Spider-Man, right? Like you could have told the truth and said, or you could have told it's not the truth by telling a lie about yourself, but like he told a lie about the lie. But I mean, that's also what makes the lie a believable lie, I guess, by lying about it.
We could write a whole essay about Spider-Man 2. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I know that, but
I think I did actually back in 5th grade.
But anyways, regardless, but I feel like we could even do better than our 5th grade selves.
No kidding.
Anyways,
I don't know. My 5th grade self was pretty competent.
I'm just saying, like, the character arc that he's experiencing in this movie is that he's mismanaging stress, right? All this stress and all this trauma from being Peter Parker and Spider-Man and Uncle Ben's death, right? The anniversary of his death and his birthday that he missed out on, and having a cute girl next door. His landlord has a cute girl. Miss Brandt is cute. He has an actual best friend who he knew most of his life since he was 9, right? All these girls, all these hormones and all this other stuff going through his life right now.
All I'm gonna say is,
and he can't handle a job. He can't do 2 jobs, right? And you can't keep 2 jobs or whatever. Everything is just bubbling up. And he's not actually taking responsibility. He's actually confusing himself with what he thinks is being responsible. But here's the thing. For the first movie,
Fantastic Four.
For the first movie, yes, he's being responsible as a hero by taking care of these things, right? But he's not. But in the second movie, he's not being responsible as being Peter Parker, and so that's the thing.
I took the way of the villain, you the way of the hero.
Yeah. Well, in the second movie, he's not confessing his love. He's not confessing to his loved ones like Aunt May, right? And he's not also taking care of himself with his landlord and all that stuff, and these jobs that he needs to have as Peter Parker. Now, yes, what I'm trying to say is like what the movie is trying to say is like, yes, if the day that needs to be saved is right in front of you, don't ignore it. Obviously, that's the answer.
I want to say this real quick. I just want to say this real quick.
Yes.
Hot take. This may be the most unpopular opinion, but I just have to say this on Peter Parker's behalf. Like, bro, you had this cute girl living right across from you who is very clearly interested.
You probably might lower your rent.
Comic book Peter Parker would have taken that opportunity the moment he realized MJ was.
MJ's
wasn't
dating
on
an
him.
astronaut. I'll date this girl.
Bro, movie Peter Parker was a simp.
No,
He just kept,
he was.
He kept simping
No,
over MJ.
Well, yeah, he was a simp over MJ.
He was a simp over MJ.
He just
Comic book Peter Parker was a playboy. I'm just gonna say
a little bit of a playboy.
Not as much as Iron Man or Daredevil, but like, boy, slept around. I'm just saying, comic book Peter Parker, and even comic book Spider-Man at the very least,
the 60s
would have taken that opportunity to play pipes.
The 67 cartoon Spider-Man had more dates.
I'm just saying.
Despite being a nerd and despite being bullied and
can you get that?
Despite being bullied,
I just want to say this: at this opportunity, like bro would have clicked the X button to smash.
I do more dirty jerks than I do. Gosh,
all I can say is Peter Parker from the movie, like Spider-Man 2. I'm just saying at this point, bro should have just.
Even Tom Holland is lacking.
I don't know.
Andrew Garfield is lacking.
Well, that wasn't entirely his fault. He
got a good girlfriend.
He got a good girlfriend. Gwen Stacy
broke her neck.
That was mostly Ares' fault because he dropped her. And it took him a while to recover from that. But that happened in the second movie. We don't see what happens after that. We know that he eventually recovers from Gwen Stacy's loss. But it took him a while, and Spider-Man being absent for a while before he did recover.
Yeah.
But that's still a much healthier relationship than what happened in with Peter and MJ in these first 3 films.
Well, no. I'll let you defend MJ. She's not struggling with this weird mentality of responsibility.
Maybe
she's actually.
Maybe.
No,
she was ready to kiss another man, even though she was engaged.
Yeah, she was, but like it's only because she was
the relation.
She had a question in her head, and she wanted to be certain
before
she gets married.
Still, that's still being unfaithful to your fiance. I'm not gonna say she didn't like. I'm not gonna say she couldn't. I'm just saying
it's a kiss. To be fair, it's not like she's sleeping with Peter Parker. There's not
not. But there's a difference between like kissing someone on the cheek versus kissing them on the lips.
I know that.
But you're about to be engaged. Your lips should be reserved for your husband or your fiance.
I know, but you shouldn't
be sharing tongues with another man. Not in the sense of sharing tongues as in speaking with people, like blah 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 blah. But I'm talking about sharing tongues as in face collision.
At
this point,
to be fair,
instead of his unhealthy fixation on Mary Jane that he had in the films, bro should have at least taken the opportunity to press X to smash with the neighboring cute girl. Like
the landlord's
daughter should have just pressed X to smash.
The
girl was interested. She kept dropping all these She kept dropping all these subtle hits and everything.
What's actually funny is that what's more accurate to Spider-Man is that in Spider-Man 67, I know 67. I know 67.
I'm just saying, call it an unpopular opinion, but I'm just saying at that point, bro should have just dropped MJ and tapped X to smash on something else.
Anyways, okay, you made the same
someone else
4 times.
Do it again.
Anyways, listen.
Okay, from a beat.
Dominic, listen, shush. No, let's get back on topic here. His mentality. He's conflicting his mentality, and here's what's funny about the mentality is that he's not even consistent with it. Think about it. So here leaves Uncle Ben, something bad happens to Uncle Ben. regret, right? No, hold on.
No, I just took a sigh.
Sorry.
I'm allowed to sigh.
Okay, sorry.
You sigh all the time.
Okay. And dumps MJ, leaves, becomes Spider-Man, and guess what happens? Something bad happens to MJ.
Something bad even happened to
Aunt May. Well,
Aunt May.
Well, okay.
Technically speaking,
well, I mean,
she didn't die, but
he
she
didn't
ended up in the hospital.
Here's the thing: he didn't leave. He didn't leave at Aunt May. Well, although technically speaking, he then moved to a different apartment because the bird has got to eventually fly out of the nest and then probably fly out of the way of the giant whale.
See spider went up the water.
I was making a power word.
Down came the goblin and took the spider out.
Now, anyways, fly, Peter, fly, Peter, fly. Both of our lives depend on it. Fly! It's just on the station. It's just on the station. Anyways, okay, enough. Anyways, okay, and so he doesn't leave, but like basically he sets her aside. So like, yeah, he does this. He's a hypocrite. Peter Parker is a hypocrite because he conflates with responsibility with the idea of hey,
conflates?
Not conflates. He conflicts. Not conflicts. He
confuses.
He confuses. Yeah, he confuses. I don't know why. Anyways, he confuses with the idea of I've got to be responsible. So how can I be how can I be responsible if people are attacking me, right? And because of the fact that Aunt May, here's the thing: Aunt May was endangered because Green Goblin find out who I was, and so then he decides to push MJ away, right? Aunt May still gets put in danger, and then MJ gets kidnapped, and now she's in danger. So like he's not learning the lesson that what he was supposed to learn from Uncle Ben when he abandoned him. Yes, with great power comes with great responsibility, but that does not mean that it's responsible to abandon those who you love. So that he's being a coward, and because of him being a coward, right? It's because I say coward is being harsh, but if you think about it, it's being a coward because he's confusing with this idea of like it'd be responsible if I was out of the picture, and he's right. But because of the fact that he's right that if they were out of the picture of his life, it would be easier. But the problem is he's taking the easy way out, and guess what? That is not responsible. Taking shortcuts does help on a lot of things, but only when shortcuts only work with work. They don't. Well, no. Think about it.
You don't want to take shortcuts with doing your job properly.
Well, the
shortcuts only work
with navigation.
Like if you want to take a shortcut from point A to point B.
Yeah, the shortcuts, but they can also be detrimental in a sense. Like, yes, shortcuts can be useful, but like overindulgence, right? If you do too much,
you're either going
to fall apart,
or you're going to find yourself with a bunch of broken shells because you realize because you took a shortcut to build the shelf, all your screws weren't screwed in properly, or because you took too many shortcuts, you're eventually going to find yourself in the back alleyway somewhere with a bunch of ruffians pointing their guns at your back.
Well, it's not that, but like, no, I'm saying like in the sense of like when it comes to setting all your problems aside by not like you can't have. And here's another thing: you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't want to be with someone and fall in love with them and continue being their friends if you think in your mind, maybe it'd be responsible if I kept my identity a secret from my loved ones. That doesn't work in the long run, and that's where he finally learns that it does not work.
I find it
because they're going to eventually find out. Because like
I find it funny that in the long, sad history of
it's also selfish too.
In the long, sad history of superhero media, it's literally the only superheroes who are ever able to really come clean with their identities to certain people that ever get to feel like they can have happier or more sensible lives. For example, for the longest time, Batman was just this solitary monolith of vengeance and justice. But over time, as he expanded his inner circle and more people were allowed into his group and more people got to learn about the Batman and Bruce Wayne, the man underneath the cowl, his life eventually did get happier before all the new stuff started taking place.
Flash. The main point of like the main thing about secret identities is that yes, it's important to keep a secret identity so that people in your lives don't get endangered. Iron Man had to learn this lesson the hard way
because he shared his identity with the world.
He shared his identity with the world, and it took him a while for him to learn that, or at least I think to like get that drilled in, right? Because guess what ended up happening in Iron Man 3?
To be fair, Iron Man, because he's a playboy and a philanthropist and he's a global sensation, I mean, ultimately it did technically work out for him. Granted, all his enemies knew where to find him because, I mean, Tony Stark is literally the guy living in a place with a giant ape pointed. Like
that's also to his ego. As much as I love the Avengers Tower,
his Stark Industries Tower, his name is literally printed in the sky in bold, big letters. Literally everyone can find him. He's basically challenging the world to say, "Hey, I'm Iron Man. Come and get me.
He likes
fighting. Come get me if you want to deal with me. Come." Target my loved ones if you want me to come find you.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, I'm the rich man. I'm the guy with the suit. Like, piss me off? Come see if you've got the balls for it.
Yeah.
With Spider-Man, however, I mean, look what happened once Tom Holland's Spider-Man once his secret identity was finally revealed. The whole world literally just made this
tossed him aside, sort of. But like,
everyone
there was like a 50-50 with Spider-Man. People either loved him or hated him, even more, or and then Jameson got on the scene like he's a menace to the society, and it's because of the fact that he didn't kill Mysterio, but he led to Mysterio's downfall. I feel like
Mysterio was able to post one final illusion before he died.
Well, there is a bit of a question of whether or not he is dead. So
No, he died. It was
a,
confirmed that he died, but he died.
He could have faked his death. I'm just
maybe,
saying there's a maybe. There's a bit a small maybe. We're not gonna get to that movie.
Yeah. I'm just saying, as of now, he left one final illusion in his bag before he went out. So technically, he did have the last laugh.
But back to this one. Focus on
Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, it takes MJ to kind of like, hey, you're being selfish here, and that's not being responsible.
No, it literally took her saying, I know you don't want me to get in trouble, but I want to face these challenges with you together.
Yeah.
It literally took her saying she's okay with
she's a woman.
It took her to say she's okay with the risk. She wants to face the challenges together before he finally let a little bit of his walls down. Yeah, but even then, that took until the very end of the film. And even then, we didn't get that much of a scene because the very next the sirens were going off and he had to leave.
Anyways.
And she just waved goodbye, like, go get him, Tiger.
Yeah, and so...
Which implies that in the next film, they're going to be more open, right?
Well, anyways, my point was with her being selfish, or not her basically, him being selfish. It's like, yeah, he was. If you think about it, yeah, he was being selfish in the sense of that, like he was shutting MJ and Aunt May out of his life as Spider-Man,
out of his personal life,
and let's not forget the consequences of his actions of pushing Harry out,
especially Harry. Bro should have been the very first person he went to once he had awoken these abilities.
No.
Think about it, because the very first person Tom Holland Spider-Man went to it with his best friend Teddy.
Well, let me explain.
I'm just saying, like, his dorm room, his best friend, and also his dorm room buddy was the very first person he ever got to share his secret identity with. And he got to work alongside him. With Harry Osborn, I feel like, yes, they were practically brothers. He should have been the first person Spider-Man went to with this, because Harry could have been there to help him out, like be his sidekick and whatnot.
Oh, I say sidekick, but
well, maybe not sidekick, but be his partner in vigilanteing, like being a hero.
Well, I feel like no, it's not that. It's not. Forget all about that. No, I feel like the main problem is that he should have been a better friend, and then pick a date to come back to Harry and reveal what has happened. He does. If he did,
bring this situation to light.
If he didn't want to reveal that he was Spider-Man, that's fine. But however, he should have at least asked. Spider-Man took accountability, which would have been responsible. If he should have taken accountability and responsibility to go either as Spider-Man or as Peter Parker and confront Harry and tell him what happened that night when he had to finally face, or that day, what happened during that day, during that night or evening, when he defeated Green Goblin, when Green Goblin killed himself by accident. Now we're running out of time. We can't do favorite scenes here. We can do.
Oh, I can do favorite.
No.
Train fight.
No.
Train is down to.
You took my favorite scene.
This is the one time we can share the favorite scene.
Well,
least favorite scene. Least favorite scene is
we can't do
the whole fiasco with Parker and Mary Jane Watson, all the way up to like punch me and I bleed, like I'm different now. I
understand
I
that,
didn't
but
like
that was
it.
more so.
It's my
like
least.
him being
It's
a
my
poet.
least favorite.
He was talking about poems. And
I know, but it's my least favorite.
But we can't dwell. We can't talk or explain our favorite or least favorite scenes on for we ran through this movie through the ringer of how good it is and glazing all the tentacle arms that Dr. Octavius has because like it's a great film.
If you haven't seen it yet, go watch it yourself. And
it's not. I want to say it's the best film. It could be.
I'm drawn
between the first one and the second.
Of the Tobey Maguire's trilogy. I would say the second film is probably the better of the three movies, with the first one close behind it. Like it's neck and neck between those two.
But we've got to be neck and neck with time here, and unfortunately,
we do have time constraints.
We can talk about that the next stream. We'll probably make it. We'll definitely talk about it during the next stream because I feel like we'll
make some time for it.
Hopefully, we'll make some time for it. This time, not on a Sunday, or if we do it on a Sunday again, this time we'll hopefully.
Go back to Saturday.
No. Well, yeah, go back to Saturday, but hopefully push it a little closer towards the middle of the day. We've been trying to do these. We've been trying to make sure these streams are more closer during the day for our convenience. But today was just a very busy day today. And so was it. Well, yesterday wasn't a busy day, but like
yesterday was kind of busy.
It was kind of busy, but like we just ran out of time yesterday because like we watched the movie last night, and then we just couldn't. We ran out of time. We just couldn't make a stream today. Last night, so we made a stream today. This night, admittedly, I wanted to do it during the day so that we can get like. I will notice that our Sundays had more people coming in.
But then we had
not
shopping to do.
Yeah, so
then we went to get some food after shopping.
We had to get some food before shopping, but then
we went
to Barnes and Nobles.
Went to Barnes and Nobles. You got your thing.
You
did some shopping.
We ate.
No, you did some shopping at Barnes and Nobles.
Oh yeah, we
did some shopping at Barnes and Nobles. We got some food, and then we went grocery shopping. The shopping and grocery
shopping. Mr. Semantics.
Semantics. It's called being thorough.
Whatever.
Anyways, we did some shopping at Barnes and Nobles. Went and got some to eat. Then we went grocery shopping.
We're gonna have to.
And then also, by the time we were back, we just did not have time to do it during the day.
We're gonna have to unfortunately also skip the outro. We're gonna just have to say goodbye.
No.
We do not have time. No, we do not.
You don't.
Say
you
our.
Don't. I can close it out.
We have to do our. I know. We're going.
Just let me close it out. You go ahead and get.
No.
Let me do it. Just let me do it. Please.
No. Fine. We'll just do a quick closing.
I'll do it.
Subscribe.
If you
comment
enjoyed
down
below.
Speed run it. Fine.
Let me do it. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and make sure you hit the subscribe button. It helps support our channel, and make sure you turn on the bell icon so that you'll get all our notifications. You won't miss a beat here on the Random Fandom with myself, Dominic Rex, and my brother here, Ravenwood. Also known as Raven. Some of you may also know him as C Reason on Discord. Or he may have changed his name. I don't know. He keeps changing identities. He's as gender fluid as a twink.
What?
Anyway, until next time, everyone, cheers. As always, tip of the hat, everyone. Tip of the hat, Raven.
No, what?
Bye-bye.
No, that's not what gender fluid is. That's not what it's all about. What? No, it's changing names like a superhero. Or changing names like Moon Knight. Or something, I don't know.
Sleep at night. Whatever else you sleep at night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.